Hey, this is John with Team Herp Your Derp, and I have somewhat revised Lightsworn deck going here. Let's get started with this. Got triple JD, because that's how you play Lightsworn, triple Judgment Dragon. Anyway, got 2 Raikou, might put it 2-1 at some point. He's a decent card for Lightsworns, at least the way I play him. Set him face down. When he's flipped, he gets to pop a card on the field and you mill 3. It's kind of nice because his milling effect takes place not during the end phase, and the fact that he gets to pop a card, but I feel like I don't know, I just don't like him that much. I feel like he's too slow for this deck. Next we got Double Jane, 1800 beat stick. If you're attacking, it's a 21. End phase mill 2. It's just nice to get over bigger monsters or trouble monsters that maybe you need a little bit more attack. I feel most decks probably don't run 2, but I really like her, so I run 2. Then you got Double Aaron, Lightsworn Bitch. Basically, she can kick back any defense position monster to your opponent's deck, and then their deck gets shuffled, which is pretty bitch of her. Anyway, it's so good for getting around stall cards or anything set face down. Oh, I don't like that face down card. Okay, well, no trouble. You know, Raikou or whatever the hell people set nowadays, you just kick it back to their deck and you have no worries. Now I'm playing Double Lumina, which is, as far as I know, if you're Lightsworning it up, you're playing Double Lumina because she's good. You pitch any card in your hand and you can special summon a Lightsworn in the grave. There has to be at least a Lightsworn in your grave to use her effect, though you can discard and special summon the same monster you sent, as long as there's at least one in the grave. And end phase mill 3, she's pretty OP as hell, especially with 2. Double Gareth, because 50 life point attack damage stuff is 2 pro. And a lot of people probably don't run him, but I really like his effect. Whenever a Lightsworn monster's effect goes off, which causes you to mill cards from your deck to the graveyard, after that's done, his effect kicks in and you mill 2 more. And then for every Lightsworn monster milled with his effect, you get to draw a card. And sometimes your hand can be a little empty with all the special summoning and discarding and stuff done. So it's nice to be able to have a little refresh, especially when you need Lumina bait or whatever. Then, run Double Wolf because 1 wolf is too little and 3 is too much, like I said before. 2 wolf is the perfect amount. You won't draw it that often, but you'll still mill it a good amount. With 1, you're going to be either milling it and, good for you, or you're drawing it and you're screwed. With 3, I feel like it's too... You're going to draw into it too often. You still draw into it now, but if you do draw into it with 2, you can get rid of it with either hand destruction, solar recharge, whatever you need. Just get it out of your hand, or with Lumina if you need to. And then I run 2 Card Trooper because Card Trooper's awesome. You get to pitch up to 3 cards from your deck to your graveyard. You mill them during your main phase 1 or 2, but that'd be stupid. And it gains 500 attack per card milled, which is really nice because it becomes a 19 beater. And even though it's an earth, which is, well, it's a machine, so it makes sense, but it kind of pisses me off because it'd be broken if it was light. Honest Card Trooper for the win. Anyway, and then when it's destroyed by either battle or card effect, you get to draw a card. 1 Celestia, because she's awesome. If you summon her by sacrificing a Lightsworn monster, you can mill 4 cards to pop 2 cards on the field. And she's only a 23 beater. I wish her attack was a little higher to get over some things like Stardust or something, but if her attack was like 25 or 26, I feel like she'd just be too good, because then she's getting up there, like getting close to JD, and that's... I don't think she's meant to be a boss monster. She's just meant to be more of a powerful Lightsworn contestant. And then we got 1 Arcus. I really like Arcus. His effect is when he's on the field, Lightsworn monsters cannot be targeted by, I believe, effects at all. Spells, traps, or card effects. Look at that. And it's really good because that means your Lightsworns can't be bottomless or Solemn Judgmented, Solemn Warninged. Doesn't count for Judgment Dragon because it's technically not a Lightsworn monster, but it's still really nice because you can summon Lumina and make big plays without having to worry about them getting destroyed or anything. Obviously, mass removal like Dark Hole or Mirror Force still works, but like Bottomless, Torrential works because it's mass. If you have like Deep Prison, that won't work. And it's a nice card, and people don't really run it, but I feel like it's pretty cool. And I finally caved in and added a Lila, just because I feel like with not running heavy and only running 2 MST, even though I got JD's effect going off every other turn, I still feel like sometimes I could use a little bit of extra like destruction. Like if there's one face down card and I'm really worried about it, you know what I mean? If he has one set back row and I summon JD and it's like torrential, that can screw me over. Summon this, they're either going to waste whatever they have to get rid of it, then I am free to attack, or if not, defense mode, pop back row, then I can summon JD and fuck their shit up. One Honest, because if you're running any light-based deck and you're not running Honest, you're doing it wrong. Honest is an amazing hand trap. When either you attack or your opponent attacks you, pop Honest to the graveyard, and your monster gains attack equal to their monster's attack, which basically makes you destroy any monster that you're either attacking or getting attacked by. It's just really good. Okay, and now on to the spells and traps. I run 3-hand destruction because, in my opinion, it's really good. It's more of a risk-based deck the way I play it. You know, say you draw this with like 2 Lightsworns opening hand, use this, pitch the Lightsworns, maybe you draw into like 1 Lightsworn or something. You know, you can summon it. The deck's basis is to get out JD as fast as possible, and this really helps it achieve that. And I honestly think with running these 3, it just makes the deck more consistent because you can pitch stuff you don't need. Okay, and yes, I still have not gotten the 3rd Solar Recharge because, you know, if you're not running 3, you're doing it wrong like I am. I'm going to locals tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a 3rd one. You know, you'd be amazed. There's 50 people there. You go around asking everyone if they have one, and no one has one. I don't know why they didn't reprint it in the new starter deck, the Dragon Herpaderp Chaos, but I don't know. I feel like it's so many decks use it nowadays or something. I don't know. The prices are like $20 each, and it's in such high demand. Okay, got 2 Monster Reincarnation. Helps you pitch stuff you don't need. Get back boss monsters, key cards for big plays, just whatever you need. Any monster, you know, Lumina, JD, helps you recycle stuff that gets milled that you want in your hand. Just overall a good card. Then we got 2 MST for back row destruction. Staples, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. I don't run Heavy Storm. I might consider it or something. I don't know. I feel like I need a little more back row destruction. Maybe at least 1-for-1 back row destruction. I don't know. Got 1 charge, mill 3, search for any level 4 or lower. Yep. Any 4 or lower Lightsworn monster in your deck. It's good for basically toolboxing into any Lightsworn, except for like Celestia. But should be at 3. Yeah, if it was at 3, it'd be too good. Like you used to run it. Oh, I don't have 3 solar recharge. I'm just gonna run a 3 charge. 1 Rhoda, because there's actually, I think, 5. No, I run 6 warriors. There's 2 Aaron, 2 Jane, and 2 Gareth. I could see you toolboxing into an Aaron or maybe a Jane, but you should never really have to toolbox into Gareth unless that's the only option you have. But overall, it searches the deck, it thins it. It's just a good card in my opinion. And now here's some pro tech, some Scapegoat. I find myself a lot of times with this deck, I kind of go all out. You know, either go all out trying to win, or like, you know, sometimes you make a big play and you get fucked over. So this is kind of like the anti-Swarm deck for stupid as hell decks like Insectors or Hieratics. Just stupid shit, or Cast Dragons, that it can swarm the field like 5 monsters in one turn, OTK bullshit. I took this out, and I put this in over Pot of Avarice, which I'm going to see how it works out, but Pot of Avarice wasn't really helping me. I always milled it. In Lightsworn decks, you don't really need the monsters back in the deck, so I figured I'd rather have a little back row that can protect me for maybe 2 turns or even 1 turn to get out big plays. I mean, you know, if they screw me over and they get some stuff in the graveyard, you know, they blow up my field, and they, you know, try to attack for game, I can at least use this and either make them waste more resources to get around it or waste their turn attacking into the tokens. So, more than likely, I'm going to get 1 more turn at least off this, which, you know, that could help me get out JD next turn and blow up their field and then attack for game. Okay, now the traps. I run Torrential and Mirror Force, basically staples, and then Solemn Brigade, 2 warnings and a judgment, which is staples. I feel like most decks nowadays in their trap lineup mostly only run staple cards just because there's not many individualized traps. But yeah, so on to the extra deck. Let's see, where do I even have those set up? I have no idea where my extra deck is. Oh, here they are. Okay, this deck doesn't synchro at all. There's no control like of your enemy monsters, but I run 2 Leviathan Dragons because I'm too cheap to buy other stupid as hell level 3 Exceeds like Leviair or whatever the fuck people run. So they're good for now. Basically what they're used for is you can combo them with Lumina and Arcus to get out multiple level 3s. And if you want to stop milling or whatever, once per turn you can detach material from him and he gains 500 attack. So on the first turn he becomes a 25 beater that can attack monsters. But once you detach the second one and he has 3,000 attack, but once he has no more materials on him, he can no longer attack directly, so he's only for getting over monsters. But a 3 grand beater out of like 2,000 attack beaters is pretty nice, especially when there's a troublesome 2,000 plus monster you can't get over with Lumina's petty 1,000 attack. Pretty nice. And then we got, you know, enter level 4 Exceed name here. Basically, any level 4 Exceed, considering like all the Lightsworn monsters are level 4s. You got Aaron, Jane, Gareth. You know, I don't even know. They're all level 4s. So basically, it's nice if you want to stop milling, or some of them have really good effects. Wind Up Zenmeister can flip your monster's face down. I don't know. What?
Reiko. Recycle Reiko.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel like you ever have Reiko on the field that often, like just sitting there. I feel like once he's on the field, yeah, if you really need to, there's that. Or, you know, if you have Utopia on the field, you can stall. Or if you if you manage to get 3 out, you can get Shockmaster. Sorry, I wanted to show this in the video. I wanted to so badly. If you get 3 on the field, this card is broken as all hell. Basically, once per turn you can detach 1 XYZ material from it, and you can call either monster, spell, or trap, and until your next turn, your opponent cannot activate any monster effects, spell cards, or trap cards, depending on what you call. So if you summon this, and then you detach 1 and say traps, oh, well, look at that. They're not using any trap cards until your next turn. Or if you summon this and call, oh, monsters. Well, let's see how many decks... Yeah, no Gores, no Battle Fader. Let's see how many decks can survive a turn where they can't use any monsters. And if you have a deck like I'm working on, Gadget, Exceed, Spam, Herpaderp, if you get 2 or 3 of them on the field, it's extremely troll, because what deck can survive without being able to use spells, traps, or monster effects? So basically, you get a normal summon, and that's about it. And I don't know of any monster that can be normal summon that has over 2,300 attack that can, you know, destroy multiple monsters all at once. But he is OP as hell. Goblin Attack Force, yeah. Because so many people run that. Anyway, that is the deck. I will hopefully be making another video with them, depending on how I do at locals tomorrow. I'm actually working on some other stuff, so I might be not running them. I don't know for a fact. But anyway,
We'll have
that,
an hour.
that is it.